Welcome back, 4th grade. I'm going to go over workbook page 195 with you, vocabulary, context clues. First, let's just review what synonyms and antonyms are. Synonyms are words that have the same or almost the same meaning. You can remember that because synonym starts with an S and so does same. Words like little and small are synonyms. Big and large are synonyms. Antonyms are words with opposite meanings, like big and small are antonyms. Night and day are antonyms. Sometimes when you read, you come to words that you don't know the meaning, but very often the author will give you some clues, and that's what we're going to work on now, is context clues. So let's read the story. Tamika's science fair exhibit or display featuring rattlesnakes was amazing. She presented a rattlesnake skin and explained that unlike amphibians, reptiles have scales. Tamika also included pictures of the rattlesnake's diet, which included rabbits, rats, and squirrels. Her best friend Ty was stumped and confused. He asked, "How can a snake eat animals larger than itself?" Tamika had been baffled by this herself, but now she was enlightened. She showed Ty her encyclopedia. Together, they looked at pictures of the snake's jaws expanding. So question number 1 asks you what the word exhibit means. And it also asks you to find a synonym to determine its meaning. So if we go back in the passage, and I can see the word exhibit right here. So let's read this sentence again. Tamika's science fair exhibit or display, right there. Exhibit, and then it has a comma and says or display with another comma. Lots of times you'll have the definition right after the word. We'll say or something else. So an exhibit is a display. And the clue right there is display. That is a synonym for exhibit. Right. Number 2 asks you why reptile and amphibians are not antonyms. Well, words don't have to be antonyms to have different meanings. They are not synonyms. They are not the same thing, but that doesn't mean that they're antonyms. They are just two different kinds of animals. Number 3 asks you what baffled means. So we have baffled right here. Tamika had been baffled by this herself. And if we go up and look, her friends had been stumped and confused. And then it says she had been baffled by this herself. Baffled means the same thing as stumped and confused. If you are baffled by something, you are stumped or confused. Just like Chief Brown was stumped about the case of the slippery salamander. Number 4 asks you what enlightened means. Well, if you know that baffled means stumped or confused, enlightened is in the same sentence. Tamika had been baffled by this herself, but now she was enlightened. She had been baffled, she was confused, but now that she has been enlightened, she has understanding. And number 5 asks you to write a sentence using a word from the passage and its synonym or antonym. We're going to take the word larger that is in this passage, the word larger, talking about how can a snake eat animals that are larger than itself. So write a sentence that has the word larger and then either a synonym for larger or an antonym for larger.